Okay, well, let's see what's up here. Been asked to do a reading on, hold on, let me get over. Where is it? Come on. Here we go. Can you read on Epoch Times? Why are they so pro-Trump? Who is really behind them and why? I looked them up and they're related to Falun Gong or Falun Dafa, is their other name. But not sure how that relates to the blitz of ads on YouTube. Keep getting ads from them saying they are real unbiased news. Unbiased. Yeah, no, they're against anything that, Trump is so trying to rake them over the coals with the tax thing. And Falun Dafa, Falun Gong is, they are persecuted in China for being a cult, which they are. They are a cult. Okay, but let me read what it says here on their website about Falun Gong or Falun Dafa. It says that it is a philosophical outlook that's born of its ties to Falun Gong, which is, as described on its website, a spiritual practice that consists of gentle exercises and postures combined with a meditation component. Practitioners of the movement in China are persecuted there by the government, which regards Falun Gong or Falun Dafa as a dangerous cult. This has made the Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, a bitter opponent of all things that are perceived to have anything to do with communism. Well, I can tell you for the fact, the practice of Falun Dafa, their exercise part of it is fine. But to sit there and say that and with a little meditation component to it, they are not being honest. Okay, I know Falun Dafa. Okay, I've read their books. And their practice, the beginning practice of the movements is fine. But when you get into their philosophy, it starts out and it sounds okay, but the further you get into it, the more fear-based it becomes. Okay? Very fear-based practice in the end. It's not liberating. It continues to put more fear. Be fearful of this, be fearful of that. You need to do this, you need to do that. It's one of those things. It's sort of like the Scientology, where they start out and it sounds good that you're not going to have reactions to things, but the further they get into these engrams and you're being controlled by aliens and there's implants. It gets into further more and more skewed things. Well, same thing with the Falun Dafa. They get into very skewed things. Then they have that program they go around and say that it's a cultural program, Shenyang. Shenyang, that program is put out by Falun Dafa. Somebody got it for me for my birthday one year. We went and walked out in the middle of it because it was nothing more than you pay to be in a commercial about Falun Dafa and how oppressed they are in China. And I can't understand why this program is still going and so popular, because it is nothing but a long commercial that you pay to go watch. And again, the saying about how oppressed they are in China. Okay. But it is a cult. It is the further you get into it, the more indoctrinated you become. It's not healthy in the end. So yeah, of course they're going up for Trump. Trump gets rid of any regulations, gets rid of everything, free for all. Go make money. Go do whatever you want to do. Okay? As long as you're making money here and, contributing to him in some way, you're good. Okay? So let's get back to the question again. Let me look at it one more time so I can do the reading. Why are they so pro-Trump? Well, again, I let you know why they're so real pro-Trump. Because Trump is trying to stick it to China, And Trump doesn't care what they do, how they run their thing. But yeah, it's a very fear-based thing when you get into it further. So let's see, what is up with Falun Dafa? Why are they so pro-Trump? Why is Falun Dafa so pro-Trump? This epic, what's behind this epic? What is behind this Falun Dafa thing? Why are they so pro-Trump? It's epic times. Yeah, very skewed. It's a very skewed publication. Again, into the far right type of stuff. Falun Dafa, why are they so into Trump? Okay, well, underneath of it all, they see him as a very strong, commanding presence. And they're fine with all his illusion and delusion as long as he appears to be strong and he is against China, basically. Okay, they'll buy into his illusion because, they have their own writings and their own letters and communications, okay? And they're buying into Trumpism and the Trump agenda. They're very far right in their leanings in other countries as well. In Germany, they are also, so here we, yeah, okay. Emotionally, they're right there, up there with it. They like the way that he's acting out in the world. They see him as a strong presence, that he's hanging up this bridge between them and China, okay? And they like that. They like that bridge that basically, emotionally they want to see things stuck to China, okay? So they're all up on that. They are all up on that agenda. Just stick it to China, no problem. That's great. Going into it, yeah. Okay. Going into it, they felt Nine of Swords. They feel like they've been embattled with China, that China has overpowered them. They want power. They want power, okay? That kind of their, like the Kabbalah, the growth, what they're preaching and teaching, is about power. And again, they felt embattled in their lives because of China, Okay. Okay. Again, underneath of it all is that feeling of oppression, that impending doom. It's, again, China went after many of the people there, okay? And they see that being here, they're not having that oppression, so they're faithful to Trump, because they can get away with basically anything here, and they're not having that trauma like they were having in China. Okay. Above it, 9 of Wands. Knowledge. Women. Okay. Now, I don't know if they have a number of women behind that, or, just the power. But again, here they can take action. Knowledge. Okay. Standing up for women, so they feel again like they have more power here. They can speak out. Their speech is not stifled like it would be in China. Okay. And basically, Trump, even with the things that happened, that said there's good people on both sides. They know no matter what their position is, that Trump is going to be, oh yeah, that's great, whatever. As long as Trump is getting some kickback in some manner, okay, he's good with them. Okay, going forward. Okay. Going forward, they want to appear to be temperate in some way, but that's a failure. That they're not. They're very uber right. Okay. They're very uber right. Like foxes. These are like foxes in the hen house. They claim to be, I'm so temperate, I'm so unbiased. But no, that's a failure. They're not unbiased whatsoever. Okay. They're like foxes in the hen house. They're using the system here because they know they can get away with it. So what is it that's not known that we need to know? The devil. Yeah, what a surprise that that's come up. The devil, gain, yeah. Gain, and the anchor, yeah. They're able to put out their drama. Ego-based, far right, gain. They can plant the seeds and grow it here. Anchor it. They can anchor it in here. Not a problem. Just like the rest of the white supremacist groups and things, they can get a toehold and anchor here because they're not being restricted. They can do newspapers. They can do YouTube. They can do Facebook. All of these things that would be restricted in China, they can get away with here. Okay? They can get away with it here. Okay? So what's their ultimate agenda? Okay, their ultimate agenda is to throw light on their agenda, okay, of their philosophy and stuff, the direction, to point in the direction of whatever their philosophy is at the moment, okay, to have an avenue to do that, you know, and whoever's going to support that for them. Let me see. Falun Dafa. Yeah, I think it's just that their agenda, they are so against anything China that they will support the most radical things that will be irritating to China. Okay? They want to have the most irritating thing they can find, and that's what they'll jump on board with. And things that, again, give them the power to be able to put out whatever drama they want to put out. We have freedom of the press here, okay? So they love that. They can put out whatever skewed things they want. And there's no restriction on that, okay? So, yeah. Again, they may claim to be unbiased, but no, they're very... like the white nationalist agenda, that type of thing, radicals, who have their own agendas. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this here. Like I said before, you know, they seem to be okay on the surface. They get people in by doing that exercise. It's sort of like, not Wing Chun, it's like Tai Chi. It's sort of like Tai Chi. And like I said, the actual exercise itself is fine. But their philosophy, what they're teaching, their religious skew, which they claim is from old China, but it's not. It's, again, the further you go into it, the darker it gets, the more skewed it gets, the more fearful, biased it gets. So people, and this is the way darkness works. They start out with something that you know is right and sounds good, but they keep layering in shadow substance after shadow substance and keeps pulling you further and further away. Just like these conspiracy theories and stuff. They'll start with something and then just keep growing it into something more and more bizarre. And people will believe the most bizarre things. We have, like one group in point, the flat earth, what is it called? Flat earth? Flat earths. Well, you know, how come nobody's ever fallen off the edge of the planet then? If it's flat, you know, then you can only go so far. How can you go around and wind up at the same place if it's flat, you know? But they get into these things and they've tried to disprove that the earth is round, but they've failed in every one of their experiments. Oh, what a surprise. But they'll hold to that to their dying breath, you know. So, again, it's that same thing. People get pulled into these things, and on the surface it may seem quite innocuous, but you keep getting pulled further and further into more and more shadow and more darkness, you know, and you don't realize you've left the light far behind. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if there's a reading you want to see done, please don't hesitate to put it online. Thank you.